Welcome back. In this video I keep progressing with the walls. So I'll start with staining all the door and window frames, and this is just treated pine, and I stain it and then put a couple of coats of sealer on there. And you know, I want that old school look like I mentioned before, and I think it's turned up pretty good. So there's the majority of the wood I need for the next phase, which is the window frames along this main side as well as the lean-to. At this point you can see I've finished the soffit. I've got the flashing on the top and the bottom, and this wall is ready to be assembled. This is the flashing I use, and I first start off on the lean-to side because it's not as high, and it's always something easier, I suppose, when it's not so difficult to get to the top. So I put the door and window frames up first, bolt them to the frame, set the trims up, and then I put the metal on and then the sheeting. All these flashings were made for me, custom, and I think that turned out really good. And you can see this bottom one here is twofold: keep out the water and keep out the vermin. And you know, I'm sure most of you know that Australia particularly, we have lots of things that want to annoy us or kill us, so that should keep most of the nasties out. There's a look at the lean-to side. I think this is coming up pretty good. Again, you can see the soffit, and I've just got to finish screwing this down, but yeah, really happy with the way this has turned out. About halfway through here you can see the metalin is not only on the roof, but I'm going to put it on the walls as well, and it's amazing actually. It makes quite a difference with reducing heat, so I'm really happy with that product so far. And there's the lean-to side, pretty much done. All I've got to do now is mount the windows and build the barn doors, which I'll probably do last because I'm still trying to figure out the best design for that. So any ideas you got on barn doors, yeah, I'll be keen to know. There's another look at the soffit. So I finished the soffit all around this building, and what I did is I wanted full sheets at both ends, so I started at both ends and then worked my way towards the middle. And then obviously the last sheet, I wasn't sure where it was going to end up, and I had a bit of a gap, and what I had to do was just make one custom piece to join the two ends together. And you'll see in a moment, it's not that wide. Spent a bit of time just profiling it to fit in there properly, and you know what, worked out awesome. So there it is there, you can see that little gap, and there's the little piece I cut, and it's slid in there. If I didn't tell anyone, I don't even think you would notice this join. The gaps are perfect, and it's slightly different width, but you really don't notice. So really happy with that soffit, and also glad it's finished. Now this is the last bit of soffit on the end. I wanted to put a couple of downlights here, so just so that at night I think it'll look quite nice with some backlighting. So you can see there it is there, finished. Downlights are in, and I'm going to put them on dimmers, so I think that's turned out really good. So with the lean-to done, the soffit done, I then get a start on the main wall, which is it's around 3.8 meters high, which for you guys in Europe and America, I think that's 12 or 14 feet, not sure. But I just use these nibblers, it cuts pretty well, and I just keep working my way along. Now I had to cut around all the windows, and you see this little piece sticking out. What I decided at the last minute is I'm going to put my air compressor out here, so I've just set up that frame so that a bit later I will make another lean-to there to protect my air compressor and just keep it out in the fresh air. Now it was a bit of messing around, cutting around all those windows, but I got pretty good at it in the end. Now I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and you can see all the flashings and everything. I take my time to make sure it fits really well together. and you know, can't complain at all with the way this has turned out. And all the effort I put in getting this building super square is really paying off at this point. So I've got 6 windows on this side. They're all going to be double glazed as well, which is a bonus. And you can see I'm just at the last section now, and I'm really liking the colour of this and the contrasting timber. And again, I'll be interested to know what you think of what you think of the look. Now, cutting around the windows, I did just use a cut-off disc in a grinder, and I know a lot of people are going to say this is a no-no, but you know what? It's more accurate. I felt I could do this much more accurately than nibblers, and as long as it's dry, and I blew it all down and wiped it and filed it, I haven't had a problem, and I think this is fine. So obviously when you're filing thin metal like this, you've got to be super careful. If you don't know what you're doing or you slip, you're going to lose a finger in no time. So once it's filed, all good, put it up, and at this point I'm getting very close. So it's coming together. It's funny, you know, the more I do this, the bigger it feels inside, which is really weird. I thought it would be opposite, where it would feel closed in. And I'm, again, with every job I do on this, it's just enormous, this project. Biggest project I've ever done. I'm just glad to get another wall done. So there it is there. In the next video, I'll finish the one end off, and then I'll start working on the loft. See you next time.